MotorWeek is made possible by Rock Auto and Tire Rack.
A few months back, we took our first drive in the highly anticipated 2017 Acura NSX. And in our limited seat time, we came away impressed with how it performed on the track and the smooth, flat highways of California. But truthfully, since it is an everyday supercar, we were still curious about how it would do in day-to-day driving, specifically on the winding, congested roads of our home state of Maryland.
So Acura sent us this NSX to satisfy our curiosity, so let's hop in and go for a quick spin, East Coast style. All right, so here we are behind the wheel, finally, and the first thing I noticed right away, seat comfort. They're way more comfortable than I thought they were gonna be.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're still supercar spec, they're narrow, slightly aggressive bolstering, and the cushioning is just really nice, soaks up a lot of bumps, which brings me to the suspension. And in its most compliant setting, it handles it pretty well. And if you wanna go into a more aggressive setting, just pop it on up to Sport Plus mode, then you're pretty much in race spec. I mean, you feel everything.
So as we're winding our way through these tight, really slow speed turns, I'm not noticing the 9-speed transmission at all. Like, the shifts aren't really that aggressive.
So the NSX uses a similar system to the RLX Sport Hybrid, where you have 2 electric motors, each one dedicated to a specific front wheel. And the rear wheels are powered by that 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 plus a third electric motor, all told outputting 573 horsepower.
All right, so here we are in the city portion of the drive, which means lots of red lights, lots of stop and go, lots of transitioning between battery power and the engine, and I'm not really feeling a jarring jolt, which is a good thing.
No, yeah, the actual physical change in momentum isn't bad at all, and the only indication that you're switching modes is when the engine fires up behind you, which is actually a pretty cool noise, and that's what you want to hear in a supercar. Which brings me to whether or not this is the choice for a car enthusiast. This car is very, very easy to drive, and it really can be a daily driver, but is it something that a real true car enthusiast would want? I just don't think there's enough here. I don't think it's hardcore enough to really be considered that enthusiast supercar.
I agree to some point. If you're the average guy who just happens to have a lot of money to spend, this would be probably one of my top choices. It's not too much power, it's plenty, it's a lot, but it's not overly aggressive. You can drive it every day, and if, hey, you want to hit the track every once in a while or impress people, you can certainly do it in this one.
So let's also compare it to some other cars that may be in its segment, if it really has an actual segment. I'll throw out the Audi R8, let's say the BMW i8, and a Nissan GT-R. Similar pricing, fairly similar power. How do you compare this one to those?
Well, this one is a lot more technologically advanced, I think. There certainly are a lot of computerized goings-on in all those, the R8, the GT-R, especially the i8. But this just feels to me, the NSX just feels to me like the next step of what a supercar in 5-10 years is going to be.
Yeah, and I think if you were going to cross-shop this one between a BMW i8, they both use similar systems in that aspect. They use hybrid power, but this one does offer more performance than the i8, and I don't think you could really call the i8 a supercar. This one you can definitely call a supercar, but it just so happens you can drive it every day.